They've been here, they've done it before. Nature Strip is an old hand. For Giga Kick, a 3-year-old, he just handles the occasion so beautifully every time.
Yeah, he does. He's a real pro, isn't he? And I loved his application to win 2 runs ago. You saw Buenos Noches emerge from that to run so well in the Coolmore on Saturday. And then, of course, runs down here as the king.
This is him, Nature Strip. This is who most people have come to see. He's won an incredible $20 million in prize money. He's won 6 races here at Flemington Gator from 9 starts. And, of course, he's won 2 of the Daly Championship sprints.
Yeah, look, I know he was beaten in the Everest, but his run was enormous. He was wide, 4 wide on a strong speed. He took over, cruised to the lead, and was only run down that last 50 metres. His profile says he's so often he's beaten second up, then wins third up. I think he gets his mantle back today.
We'll get some shots of Nature Strip as he comes out of the tunnel. He's been delayed. You see, there's no earmuffs on. He usually races with earmuffs, but there's been a malfunction. They've broken, so he looks really calm, as you would expect. He is an 8-year-old gelding. He's had 40 races. Here he comes, just like that movie, Farlap, where they brought the champion late, making his way up to the race. He has been an incredible horse. They're going to try and get these earmuffs on. And Britt, I bring you in. The reason for earmuffs being placed on all of these horses is to try and keep the noise out and keep them calm.
That's exactly right. It's an attempt to pacify them, and there they are. They're the red earmuffs. When they're red, that means they will come off behind the gate, so it gives the barrier attendants a chance to see them and know that they do need to come off. But horses do also race in earmuffs. When you typically would see them in black earmuffs, again, just looking to pacify them.
He's a ball of muscle. He needs to conserve all his energy for when it counts. Number 2 is Masked Crusader. We know this horse is a great sprinter in his own right. A Group 1 winner who's won $4.4 million. His last couple just haven't been to the best we've seen of him.
Yeah, his first 2 this prep were good without much going right. I thought, oh, he might back this guy. And then last 2, as you referenced, below his best. Same with last prep, so jury's out him.
Number 3 is the Inferno, a former Singapore galloper with Cliff Brown, who's done well in his time out here, but he's just disappointed in the Moir. I think Flemington will suit him better, though.
Yeah, look, he's got a big finish on him. We didn't see that last time. That was a wet track. He's better on top of the ground. Good
to see Rothfire and the connections back. He's a remarkable story himself. He had such a severe injury as a young horse, Cheska. Just to see him back at the racetrack, racing well in Group 1 company is quite remarkable.
Yeah, he sure is. He was... well, he was no match, you could say, for Bella Nipotina last time out in the Manicato, although he finished second that day, nearly 5 lengths between the 2. First time down the straight at Flemington. We'll have to see how he adapts to that for this Queenslander. But physically, he's a big, strong boy, and he looks in great nick.
Number 5. Oh, sorry, go.
No, I just thought he got windburn from Bella Nipotina. It was a thrashing, really. But he gets back on dry ground. Look at that Stradbroke form. He ran third to Alligator Blood and Private Eye.
And Luke Nolan answers the call from Rob Heathcote, replaces Damien Lane, who got suspended on Cup Day.
Number 5 is Palele, wearing the all-blue colours of Godolphin. Interesting, Michelle, this horse here is blinkers on for the first time today.
Yeah, it is interesting. I thought his win 2 starts back was really good when he came from back and up the fence at Caulfield, and obviously last start there was a problem. I don't think he actually looks amazing in the yard. He's a stallion, and he's not my pick. I think others look better.
Slow recovery rate last time, Mick. That's a forgive run. His Marzu form ties him in somewhere.
Number 6 is Front Row. He got the big cash last start. He's been a very good sprinter who's been able to overcome a lot of problems throughout his career.
Yeah, indeed. He's the ripper. That was a very good win. First up, he burned the candle at both ends. Still too slick, but this is a whole different ball game.
Number 7 is the Astrologist, who ran really well on Derby Day. He's run well in a Newmarket Cheska, but this is almost a different league.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it, Michael? The grade. He loves Flemington, like you say. It's been a while since his last win. That did come here at Flemington. He's very consistent. He does have to go forward, so from barrier 10, he could be a pace angle, drawn not that far from Nature Strip.
Typically brave last time. He always gives his all, this guy.
Number 8 is Baller, another of the Queenslanders who's got a good record down the straight.
Yeah, look, he's certainly some hope on his Private Eye form from a couple of runs ago.
Number 9 is Bella Nipotina. She is considered one of the big chances here. Kieran Dave Eustace, Jamie Carr in the saddle. And as we spoke about Gator, she was awesome at Moonee Valley in the Manicato.
Just blew them away. Smashed the clock. Enormous pride of that off a wide run against the Savage track bias. She's flying. She can win.
Number 11 is Rockin' Horse. This is the former Kiwi, now with Mike Moroney, who ran so well, winning the Newmarket at a surprise of 100 to 1. can rock a horse, cause an upset again.
Well, he's got the Levante form and he's just chased a horse called Private Eye, so you can tie that in as well.
Speaking of Levante, this is the mare who makes the trip across from New Zealand. She was arguably unlucky coming down what was the slower side in the Newmarket. She's got a brilliant record first up.
Yeah, well, she's unbeaten, 3 for 3. The Newmarket was terrific, given she was on the wrong side. She was first home outside.
Number 13 is Argentia. Anthony and Sam Friedman trying. Tim Clark's in the saddle. Cheska backing up from earlier in the week.
Yeah, just a note on Levante, by the way, from the mounting yard. She's very much on her toes and getting quite warm. I don't know if she normally does that because I haven't seen her before, but that's an observation on her. 13, Argentia, is very interesting because she's by Frankel out of Princess Coupe, who won in New Zealand Oaks. So this should be running over 1.5 miles, in my opinion. Yet, look at her winning distance range, and it's 1,100 to 1,200 metres. She's got some serious speed about her. She won here on Saturday over 1,200 metres, so it obviously works for her. But look at the way she walks. She doesn't walk like a sprinter. She's got that long, loose, rangy movement.
A really good win last, second quickest last 200 of the day.
And here is number 14, Giga Kick. This is the young 3-year-old who has taken all before him. 5 from 5 with $7 million in the bank.
Yeah, look, that was his first go at 1,200 in Everest, and he runs by a note strip, runs by Private Eye, comes out and wins brilliantly. The latter, well, he's yet to be beaten. It's as simple as that.
Michelle, he's got the earmuffs on as well. How's he handling the occasion?
He's a little bit excited by it. He's up on his toes. He's a little bit sweaty, but I don't think it's a worry with him. I think it's a bit warm out here today, and he looks really, really well.
Remarkably, his sire, Scissor Kick, standing in Africa for just $800.
He's very popular, I hear it, though.
Yeah.
Number 15 is Lofty Strike. I love the story. And if Lofty Strike could run into the money, this would be big. Look, he's a beautiful, big, strapping boy, isn't he, Michelle?
Gorgeous horse, and he's handling the occasion actually probably a little bit better than Giga Kick, but he's here in great shape. He's a great trainer, Julius, and he looks fantastic.
Unbeaten on dry tracks. He did beat a horse called Jacquino last time. There's that Everest form as well.
Well, it's been a long 3 weeks waiting for another crack at Giga Kick. It's all about to happen now, Eddie.
It is indeed, Michael, and I'm with the man who has done it so many times in Australian and New Zealand racing, Chris Waller. Chris, we're just talking, mate. You've got the stare of a competitor. You're a true sportsman. How are you feeling at the moment?
I'm a touch nervous. Yeah, these big races and big name horses, they carry a little bit of weight of expectation. So all we can do is do our job, and once this morning rolled around, the horse is bright, healthy. We take their temperatures, take them out for a trot, and everything was free. So to speak, my job's done. Hand over to one of the best in James McDonald, and we've got a great horse to back it up.
You've won the last 2 races here at Flemington. I suppose the irony is you have Craig Williams and J-Mac winning them both. So
we're in the hot seat. Yeah,
I like that.
The early race wins just settle the nerves a little. To just relax a touch, so that's all I would say about the first 2, but at least the horses are going well, the stable's firing, and it's all up to Nature Strip.
Well, this horse has seen off Eduardo, Lost and Running, yes, Bivouac. You get one more go at him today.
Yeah, Giga Kick was our nemesis last start, and he's a great horse on the rise, so that's what today brings. It's a championship, it's bringing some good horses together, and that's what people want to see.
Chris, good on you, mate.
Thank you very much.
Good stuff. All right, let's go to Francesca Camani. Francesca, the pick of the yard. What have you got for us?
Well, it's going to be interesting because we've chosen the 2 big guns, but who's gone for which one? Michelle, you go first.
Well, I've gone for the young gun. I thought he's on his toes, which apparently is normal for him, but he looks so good, and I think with the 53.5, he'll be chasing home hard.
Okay, Giga Kick for Michelle, Nature Strip for me, proven champion. Let's hope he can do it again.
Yeah.
This is what we've been waiting for. The build-up is almost complete. It is just minutes now until we get to see the new kid on the block, Giga Kick. Can he once again hold out the champ, Nature Strip? They do battle in a few minutes in the $3 million Group 1 Darley Champions Sprint on the other side of this. We go to Jared Middleton. is Nature Strip. He has to be the hot horse, doesn't he?
No prizes, Michael. It's Nature Strip, $1.75.
$1.75 for Nature Strip. This is what we've been waiting for. The build-up has been intense over the last few days. Francesca, you've just come out of the yard having a look at them. Nature Strip, he's just an old hand. He looks very relaxed still, doesn't he?
He's an absolute pro, isn't he? And the vibes from the Waller team are very confident. We know third up he goes really well. He did have that change in his preparation this year where he went to England. He absolutely demolished them in the King's Stand Stakes over there. Yes, he was defeated in the Everest. Things didn't really go his own way. I think back to Flemington, where he's really dominant, it's going to be his gig. And from the barrier, I think he's just going to get a really nice straight run, and it's going to be for everyone else to work around him.
You would think that, Gator. You're with Nature Strip pretty confidently.
Yeah, I expect him to, the King to be back on his throne in about 70 seconds.
Michelle, will Giga Kick try to come out towards Nature Strip, or will he keep his own line?
I think he probably will try to come out in the line of Nature Strip at some point and try to just basically get himself into clear running from the 300-400 metre mark, where he might even be sort of building from the 400. And yeah, I'd say he'll be trying to get the outside of him and chase him hard.
Who do you like, Britt?
Nature Strip, and I think he'll win by a margin.
Well,
We build it as a two-horse race. Biggest danger?
Bella.
Okay.
well, will Nature Strip make a statement? Will the Giga Kick 3-year-old create history? Let's find out as we take you to Matt Hill for his call of the Champions Sprint.
They're ready to go. Stand by, and they're racing. Nature Strip jumped quickly with Rothfire. Front Page was clearly the best out though. Lofty Strike began okay, got to fourth, then Poor Laley. And behind those horses is Rockin' Horse, the Inferno's last of the pack over on the far side. Giga Kick probably spot the lead about 3 lengths at this point of the race. Over on the outside, Rothfire, Nature Strip together, followed by Rockin' Horse behind those with Poor Laley, the Astrologist Levante. Then came Giga Kick in the next line, Argentia Masked Crusader Baller. Over on the far side, Front Page led Lofty Strike, Bella Nipotina and the Inferno. So Nature Strip in a rhythm, came onto the course proper at the 550, led the entire field by a length. Rothfire, they were followed by Levante, Front Page and Lofty Strike over on the far side from Bella Nipotina. Giga Kick's almost gone back to last. Nature Strip has plenty of company here. Front Page, Lofty Strike together with Nature Strip. They were followed by Rockin' Horse and Rothfire, and back in the field on the outside, Levante. Nature Strip with plenty of challenges. Lofty Strike, Front Page, Rockin' Horse. Nature Strip's going to have to lift. Nature Strip, Rockin' Horse. Rockin' Horse has won it from Nature Strip, and they were followed by Baller. They all there from Rothfire, Paul, Front Page, then Bella Nipotina, Masked Crusader, Argentia, and at the end of the field, the Inferno.
Rockin' Horse has done it again, caused another boil over after winning the Newmarket Handicap at 100 to 1 in March. She has come down the centre of the track and has overturned Nature Strip, who was gallant in defeat. He was struggling, it looked by the eye, a long way out. He's fought on for second, but he couldn't hold out. Rockin' Horse, ridden by Jamie Mott, who gets his second Group 1 victory in his career. Mike Moroney. Francesca, what an upset.
Well, what an upset, but what a finish. Look at this. You've got Nature Strip in the stripy colours trying to hold on, and then you've got this wall of challengers, and Rockin' Horse in the green and the yellow was just the one that was able to eke out that extra bit just as in the closing stages. Wow, what a tough mare who absolutely loves Flemington.
You should have seen her too. Before the race, she's double barreling, she's in the zone, and she's done it again. She's caused the upset.
Well, Katie, you can't take anything away from the winner, Rockin' Horse. Giga Kick maybe didn't come back from a moment for Mike Moroney.
Michael Moroney, congratulations. The Newmarket at 100 to 1. You've beaten the biggest names in racing today. You weren't far off finishing second in the Melbourne Cup on Tuesday with Emissary. You're on fire. Congratulations. What does this mean for you?
Yeah, thanks, Eddie. Look, a great performance by all my staff and vets and everything, because she's not the easiest at times. But look, she's a very, very good mare, and we knew it was no fluke, the Newmarket. We were quite happy to take them on today. We scratched out the Manicato. She really got a bit frazzled with all that lightning above her. Yeah. Didn't eat that night, so I got her there, and then they didn't didn't upgrade the track, so we decided to pull out. It was probably the best decision.
So what was it going into the race? What were the tactics? What were hoping to have? Did it unfold the way you wanted it?
It did. I just thought that she got exposed a little bit early. She's one that she's got a really good turn of foot, but has got a long, long one. And yet today, she actually guts it out today, as she did in the Newmarket. So, and she was fresher today. It's obviously she's better on the fresh side. And you learn more about them as you go along, and I certainly learned a bit more about her today.
Michael, you've been racing for so long. To come to Flemington today on such an exciting day and put the $3 million in the owner's pockets and everything that goes with it, what does it mean for you, for a man who's been so steeped in racing tradition?
Yeah, look, great. Look, we've been lucky enough. This has been a great track to me. I won a couple of derbies and Oaks, Melbourne Cup, a couple of Newmarket, now this race here. We've won most of the Group 1s here, and it's been a great track to be in. I think it's the best track in the world.
Fantastic, mate. We're about to go to Jamie Mott. What a ride. Fantastic stuff. He's with James Winks. Mike Moroney's just put $3 million in the Connections pockets.
Thanks, Eddie. Yeah, I'm here with Jamie Mott. It's his second Group 1, obviously won the Rupert Clark. Mate, $3 million, Group 1 down the straight at Flemington doesn't get much better.
Unbelievable. Thanks, Winksy. This is truly what dreams are made of, and I was lucky enough to get my first Group 1 only a month ago, and to think I'm here on finals day winning, going past Nature Strip. I can't believe it, mate. And I've got the kids here, Kaz is here, mum and dad at home will be watching, and all our family overseas will be watching, so what a special moment. And I can't thank Mike Moroney enough, and also I must say to feel sorry for Patrick Maloney. He obviously has done all the work on this mare, and he's won a Group 1 on himself, and he got suspended during the week, so unfortunately for him, but as you say, that's racing, and I was lucky enough that Mike and the Connections give me the opportunity, and what a wonderful mare she is. She's small, but she's tough.
Just talk us through it. Obviously, you've got the big king up in front of you. You're stalking him, and then you said you're on Rothfire's back, then you had to duck back in. Just talk us through it, mate.
Yeah, look, we began nice. The speed I felt was solid enough. I had the back of Rothfire for probably the first 400 or 500. And then Trumpy sort of shifted out to meet Nature Strip, which meant I lost my cover, and to her credit, sort of from the 650 she had no cover, but once she came under pressure she responded well, and the deeper we got into the straight, the stronger she got, and I had to look over at the 150 and I was like, I've got this big boy done.
Mate, she's soaking it up, so should you, mate. Very well deserved. I know you're riding 56.5, which is nearly as light as you go, so really, really enjoy it, mate. Well done.
Thank you very much, Winksy. Cheers.
Yeah, what a big moment that is for Jamie Mott. Ironically, he is the regular rider for Lofty Strike. He ran in that race, but he couldn't make the weight, as he said. Patrick Maloney, who we feel of Patrick Maloney, who ran second in the Melbourne Cup, got suspended and missed out on the ride on Rockin' Horse. But for Jamie Mott, he is one of the tallest jockeys in racing. What he puts his body through, Michelle, you know better than anyone, day in, day out, the severe wasting, his fitness regime, just so that he can ride. He deserves every bit of success he can get.
Absolutely, and he's just a real gentleman to go with it. Thanking Paddy Maloney there, who obviously rides the horse, but he's just such an incredible man in the way that he does everything.
Well, Nature Strip, he wasn't victorious today, but he was certainly gallant, Jessica.
He sure was brave in defeat. Strip, how's he pulled up?
Well, this early stage is fine, and full credit to the winner. Obviously a very talented horse up the straight, winner of the Newmarket, and I was proud the way our horse fought. He didn't burn them off like he normally does, and with 200 metres to run, they were all around us, and he lifted, and I think it's racing theatre at its best. There's no certainties on a racetrack, and we're very proud of him, and to run second, it was a good effort.
Yeah, the real Nature Strip would normally put the race to bed.
Yeah, I spoke to James briefly, and look, that was the undoing of the last race. We went too hard, so trying to get that very fine line right, it's not easy, but as I said, full credit to the winner. I'm not disappointed, and we'll be back.
As an 8-year-old, well, that's good to hear. As an 8-year-old, that's beginning my next question. We will be back.
His next run will most likely be at Flemington in the Lightning, which comes around the middle of February, so it's only a couple of months to wait.
Well, we wish you the best with him. Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Yeah, great stuff, Jessica. Good to hear from Chris Waller. Gator, we don't want to take anything away from the winner. It's Rockin' Horse's moment, but it didn't look like a real nature strip there today, did it?
No, well, he normally he's on the bit for so much longer. He cruises for much longer than that. But to his credit, Chris has summed it up perfectly. When he was under siege, he could have thrown in the white flag. He never surrendered until the last little bit. He was very brave.
To the victors go the spoils, and it is that man, Jamie Mott, the ownership group of Rockin' Horse, and Mike Moroney, who take out the $3 million Darley Champions Sprint. 1 down, 2 to go. Plenty more coming up on Network 10's coverage of Champions Day.
What a race, the Darley Champions Sprint. The big names all came to Flemington. What a race, Glenn Boss and Francesco Camani, and wow, it just lived up to everything with Rockin' Horse getting up and rocking the Flemington stands.
Yeah, well, with 200 metres to go, it could have been anyone's race. There was 8, all Vine looked like they were going to win. So, yeah, the race lived up to all their expectations.
It's always the way, isn't it? When you bill it as a 2-horse race,
yes,
then something else comes and upsets the party. But wow, Rockin' Horse was so strong there. And to think that she was passed in for 40,000 at the sale.
It's an amazing story. And Jamie Mott, that's an amazing story. This guy punishes himself every day with his fitness and keeping his weight down. And I just love to see these moments. He got his family here with his kids and enjoying the moment.
Yes, indeed. And let's roll some. You talk about great stories around the outside of the racing. Have a look at this. This is Kath Williams there.
Yeah.
This unbelievable. Catherine Williams, husband of Sam, who bred the horse, broken back, a quadriplegic in an equestrian race. Came down to see the horse win at 100-1 to win the Newmarket. Yep. And now, look at this. Just the scenes there of unbridled joy. This is the emotion that horse racing brings. You can talk about, you know, having a punt and winning the money and $3 million. This is the moment in time for a family who love the horse so much to win this race.
Yeah, beautifully spoken, Eddie. It's just, you just love to see this. She'll be on cloud 9. There's no doubt. Like, that's incredible.
Just fantastic. And Francesco, you're one of these people. You're imbued in the horse racing tradition. Can you imagine what they felt like there, that family and everything?
Eddie, every horse that runs here, let alone the winners, every horse that runs has got a backstory, whether it was the place that it was bred or what sale it went through or which yards it went to. Even look at Nature Strip. I think he's on his 5th trainer now. So they've all got a story coming to the races. And this mare, gosh, I mean, she was passed in for 40,000. I think probably the breeders stayed in her. But to have bred a horse that ends up on the biggest stage on a day like this, beating the likes of Nature Strip, Giga Kick, and all that prize money as well.
Just absolutely wonderful. Your heart just swells watching the emotion and the fun and the joy of this racing carnival. And well, we've got 1 down and 2 more groups to go. It's going to be fantastic. Let's go in to Michael Felgate and the team to get ready to go for the Kennedy Sprint. 1,200 metres, away we go next.
Eddie, great to see you. What wonderful scenes there as well.
Racing carnival, and well, we've got 1 down and 2 more groups to go. It's going to be fantastic. Let's go in to Michael Felgate and the team to get ready to go for the Kennedy Sprint. 1,200 metres, away we go next.
Eddie, great to see you. What wonderful scenes.